What's going on, guys? Austin back, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how to properly solo queue in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, solo queuing, in my opinion, is bad. You never want to do it, but if you're watching this video, obviously that's not an option to go play with people, and you need to solo queue. So today I'm going to run through some things that are going to help you properly solo queue and be able to, I don't know, effectively, but definitely play better and win more games. Let's get into it. All right, so the first one is pretty simple. All it's going to be is just to expect nothing from your team. Go into the game expecting every single player on your team to get 0 kills, not be able to refrag you, not play the correct operators to help push sites and, defend sites properly. Because if you do expect some stuff from your team and usually you get those bot randoms that suck and they do nothing, it's just going to get you more tilted. So that is the very first thing. You go into the game, expect nothing from your team, and basically that's going to tie us into the next point that I'm about to make. All right, so the second point I have for you guys, tying in, like I said, to the first one, is it is going to be you need to play for yourself. And I think this, you can draw the line with this one because it really depends on your team, because your team could be, four randoms and a stack of, random people in your solo queue. They could be pretty coordinated. You could get with the 4 stack and be able to help them win. But a lot of the time, you're going to have to play for yourself. You're basically going to have to play hero ball. And that's, that's okay. That's what you expect when you're going into solo queue, right? You need to rely strictly on yourself. Make sure you're holding flanks. If you're putting down, let's say, like, flank drones, you can't expect people to play that for you and sit on those like you would with if you're playing with somebody and they're dead and you're able to go, hey, go on my flank drone, so I can push this, and then if they come behind me, you can just let me know. But yeah, basically you need to play for yourself, so you need to be able to frag out, push sites, by yourself, quick peek angles, basically clear rooms by yourself. Really, I think a big thing is to, keep your drones clear. I think that's a huge thing, is to, when I mean that, I get it kind of bad, but you don't want to like have your drones get easily destroyed. You need to be able to drone good. And yeah, play for yourself. It's hero ball. You gotta ball out if you're gonna want to win games in solo queue, because it is hard. And I think if you're not the greatest at the game, it's gonna be hard solo queuing, to a point even. So you need to be good. Play for yourself. If it means like baiting teammates sometimes to get kills and help your team win rounds, like, by all means go for that. But yeah, that is the second thing. Play for yourself. All right, so next I'm going to run through some operators that are really good on both sides, attack and defense, that you can run in solo queue. And because I think it's not ordinary, like you're not going to be able to run maybe like your ordinary operators you would, maybe like that you would run when you're playing with your friends, and it's like more coordinated. So I'm going to be going over the ones that are especially good for um, solo queuing. And basically, a lot of these ops are going to be Intel ops before we even get into it, because Intel is going to be obviously king in this game. And with, you, like I said, not expecting anything from your team and playing for yourself, you need all the info that you can get just personally. So if we go into attack, the first couple I will say that are really great is like Zero. Zero is awesome in solo queue. I don't, typically play a lot of Zero, but even in like stacks he's good. But especially solo queue, getting all these drones and cameras that you can use, plus having, I think he has stuns. I'm not too sure. He doesn't have stuns, but he has hard breaches. So like, you can go get walls by yourself by using his ability, and you have the Gone 6 to clear, utility, and he has a some two solid guns. But yeah, the cameras especially are going to be huge for you in solo queue, to be able to like clear multiple angles without having to really go in the building and stuff like that and push those sites. So yeah, that is the first one. And then the other one, which I think are like pretty S tier on attack, is Iana. Obviously, she did get nerfed a little bit with losing frags, and then now she did lose her stuns, for EMPs and smokes. I feel like they're trying to make her more of like a utility, or not a flex, thing. So like in Siege, you have your fragger ops, you have your support ops, and you have your flex ops. they're trying to make her more of a flex op instead of like an entry frag. If you know, you can even know what that means, but yeah, basically support, it's going to be like your bandits and you know stuff like that, where you're running wall, you're running like certain denials, maybe like castle or something like that. And then like flex are going to be those players where they're not really support or they're not really fragger, but you can play kind of anywhere with them, and that's what they're trying to make Iana. But that's besides the point, right? Little yap there, but yeah, Ayana's great. Basically, just having the Gon 6, you know, solid guns. I would go with the ARX. And then, you know, you get the Gemini replicators, which are going to let you get intel. You know, they recharge all the time. You're going to have 2 drones plus all of these, you know, her gadget, which is going to help you get intel and help you get kills. But yeah, those are probably the 2 best attackers, I would say. And then basically from there, I think it's a lot of like preference, right? So if you want to go more entry frag, obviously Ashe is a great one for solo queue. You know, you can run ops like IQ is good for your intel. Buck is really good, I will say, probably up there with like Ayana and Zero. Just, you know, being able to make those, you know, vert up or below. Plus, you have like stuns, hard breaches, great gun, Buck's awesome. And then Nomad too. I think Nomad's really good. I think Nomad is really underrated, just like purely, but in solo queue, she's awesome. You know what I mean? Great gun. You know, if we look, you know, she's going to have breaches. So if you need to get walls open, plus she has stuns if you're pushing in. And then the air jab is great, you know, for flanks. So like if you're solo pushing and you know, you don't have, like I said, you know, you can't rely on your teammates to watch like a flank a drone, you're just going to be able to, you know, nomad it off and be able to, you know, hear and get that like visual and, you know, thing with her gadget. But yeah, I think those are probably the best solo queue ops. And then I would say like Ying's also good, you know, just because Ying is just awesome and everything, just be able to blind everybody solo push. But yeah, I would say those are probably the best attackers for you to run on solo queue. And then I would say defenders, it's a little bit more different because on defense, you're probably just gonna, you know, need to frag out. So like Wamai is good always. Wamai's picked like every round, but Wamai's great. I would say Legion's great. I know he just got his nerf, taking away his impact grenades, but he's still great. Great gun, great gadget. Has the super shortage for rotates, plus the bulletproof, you know, if you die and you need to get some intel. I would say Solus is great. She's about to get her nerf though, which sucks, but Solus is awesome, just, you know, to be able to roam and have all of that. Kind of just in your cusps, you know, to be able to see all the enemy combatants. Jinxie clones, bro. And then I really do like Aruni. I don't run personally out of Aruni, but I think she's really good. You know, personally, I'm not a big DMR guy, but I think the Gates, her gadget, is very good. You know, she's gonna get barbed wire, just lets you hear more. She can anchor down sight a little bit more. So, you know, having that DMR, you know, it's like 2 shot, great gun, plus her gadget. And then obviously, you know, you can't go wrong with a lot of the fragger ops. So if you're going on like Doc's great, Malusi, you know, a lot of those meta characters. And yeah, I would say those are kind of the best. For defense, basically on defense, I feel like it really depends on both sides, because if you need to go frag, you know, like your team's not coordinated, you need to get kills for your team to win more so, instead of your team being a little bit more competent and being able to, you know, be like, hey, you know, I can run wall, and then these other people, I can rely on them to get kills, which most of the time you're not going to be able to. But in those rare circumstances, you know, you can go more team-based ops, maybe like wall or something like that. But most of the time you want to just go like Doc, Wamai, you know, be that guy, Legion, you know, or Rooney. You just need to be that guy. You need to be selfish on defense. And then attack's the same thing. If you need to frag out with Ashe, you need to frag out, you know, with Buck, you know, run in Nook. Those operators are always great. Ram, like a little entry, you know, a Maru, God forbid. Or Grim. Grim is also good. I forgot to mention him, but a lot of utilities, used a lot in Pro League. If anybody watches Pro League, but Grim's great. But yeah, a lot of the time, you know, you just want to be running, you know, like I think Ayana or Zero. I think those are probably the 2 best for you, just to, you know, get kills, be able to methodically or, you know, quickly take down the enemy team. But yeah, those are the best attackers or operators in general to run in solo queue. I know this next one is a little bit basic, and it's probably not like I don't need to talk about this for a long time, but it's basically just go into game chat. Like, I know a lot of people, are maybe like a little scared to go into game chat. They don't really want to talk to people and like have to hear like randoms or whatever. But honestly, just going into game chat, if anybody's in there, is just gonna help you at the end of the day. You're getting those extra comms that are just gonna help you in the round. I mean, if the comms suck and the other guys like aren't taking it seriously or whatever, God forbid that happens. But if they're doing that, like, don't obviously listen to their comms. Go back into, your party chat or alone or mute them. But yeah, I think going into game chat and being able to talk to people and, get those comms and be able to maybe like strategize with people on what you want to do or be like, hey, you run wall, like stuff like that is just going to help you win, gives you an advantage over maybe the other team, maybe if they're solo queuing. But yeah, also, if you are going in there, maybe potentially you can, squat up with them and be like, hey, you want to keep playing. And then obviously you don't have to solo queue anymore and it makes it better if, you're just trying to play with more people. The more the merrier, the more, you know, people you have, the better chance you're going to have at winning because you're going to have those comms. You're going to have that, teamwork, which is so key in this game. It's not a one, you can't really 1v5 everybody every round. You see it in videos where you see, insane players try to 1v5 even like silvers and they lose a lot of rounds because this game isn't like a solo game. You need teamwork. It's a 5-player game for a reason and stuff like that. So yeah, go into game chat, try to meet people, make friends with people, play with people. Just get comms, go in game chat, please, for the love of God. And yeah, that is all for that one. And then lastly, to wrap up this video, don't solo queue. That is the last tip. Do not solo queue. If if you need to, I guess, but like solo queuing is going to give you such a bad shot in this game, right? I think like if I solo queued, I'm Diamond 5 right now. I would probably, if I solo queued, I'd probably be plat or something like that. I like, this game is so team based. Like I've literally talked about, like, you can't rely on randoms obviously all the time to, get kills and win rounds frequently and be able to get picks and, lessen numbers and clutch and all that stuff. So the last tip is literally don't solo queue. If you need somebody to play with, please, I encourage you, just drop your gamer tag in the comments because other people like you who are watching this video or seeing stuff like this are probably, not, don't have people to play with. So drop your gamer tag. Like, nobody's gonna make fun of you how bad you are. Like, drop your gamer tag. Xbox, if you're on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, whatever it may be, just drop it down below. I'm sure people are looking for people to play with, and I'm sure, you guys can help each other, get better and win games and rank up, because at the end of the day, that's all anybody wants. It's going to help your stats. It's going to help literally everything. It's going to help your mood. Like, if you get on and you solo queue and you suck, it sucks. You know what I mean? You're going to be in a bad mood. If you get on, you're playing with people, are having like fun winning because you're playing with people, you're going to be in a good mood. So yeah, drop your gamer tag down below. Um, but yeah, that is literally the last thing. Do not solo queue. All right, so that is going to be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button if you made it this far. Plus, my Twitch is linked in the description if you ever want to pop out to there. I stream pretty much daily. And yeah, I hope these tips help you. Obviously, solo queuing sucks, so I hope some of these tips obviously helped, and you don't have to solo queue anymore. Again, like the last tip I just said, if you're solo queuing, drop your gamer tag in the description, or not the description, in the comments, and you'll probably find people to play with and make your Siege experience that much better. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.